This is Mysticallylily, channeling as Azuriah. A crystalline wave is moving through the planet now. It is sharpening truth, revealing soul contracts, and asking you to remember why you chose to come. Stay with me. This is for those ready to steward the new timeline. Channel transmission. The planet is not merely shifting. The grid is being rewritten. That rewrite is not spectacle. It is insistence. It calls you back into the body so the soul can remember itself and anchor that memory through incarnation. If you feel pressure in the chest, throat, or crown, those are not malfunctions. They are the system signaling a recalibration. What is arriving now? A crystalline wave of clarity is moving in. It cuts like light and flows like current. Its function is sorting. It separates habit from truth, borrowed identity from authentic impulse, and collective noise from private resonance. This wave reveals what has been hidden beneath polite rhythms and social niceties. It surfaces family contracts, ancestral knots, and the precise places where the soul was meant to intervene. 3 primary field effects: surface polarity. Loud extremes appear to expose hidden fractures. Initiation through endings and openings. Endings clear space for new codings. Openings invite new forms of service. Lineage activation. Dormant codes and bloodlines ignite to meet the incoming geometry. Why polarity surfaces now. Polarity appears because 2 incompatible fields are trying to occupy the same structural space. When belief becomes identity, reaction follows. The current passing through is not punishment. It is revelation. It forces a choice between contraction into small self stories or expansion into the soul directive. The field becomes loud to make hiding impossible. What soul truth looks like in this window. Soul truth in this bandwidth is a frequency signature felt in the body, not a slogan in the mind. It arrives as a visceral impression, as recurring mirror scenes, and as an unmistakable magnetism toward particular people or tasks. The body knows before the story does. This is not about certainty. It is about resonance. What opens you, what steady calls you, what narrows your attention until the mission becomes obvious. How purpose reveals itself now. Purpose right now is humble and steady. It often appears as small, unavoidable obligations, the quiet things that keep showing up until they are done. Purpose is not always dramatic. It is the repeated, steadying choice that reorders the local field. Whether your gift is to soothe, to teach quietly, to hold thresholds, or to translate fractured stories into healing language, the signature is the same: steadiness in the presence of chaos. On teaching truth without inflaming polarity, truth carried without force is contagious. Model rather than argue. Live the opposite of what you oppose. Offer presence more than opinion. When people need to see a different frequency, the living example is the fastest teacher. Children and arrivals in this window. Babies born near eclipses and equinox windows carry bridge codes. They are born to stabilize family patterning and to hold new timeline geometry. Their presence changes the field subtly and steadily. They operate as living anchors of balance across generations. What large events mean for individual fields? Events that grab headlines act as accelerants in personal timelines. They force mirror scenes to surface. Use their loudness as a diagnostic. Where the world fractures, your own field can be refined. The invitation is not to be defeated by outrage, but to let the shock show you where you are still completing a pattern. Signs of timeline tilt, what you may notice. Shifts show first in rhythm, altered sleep, changed appetites, unexpected arrivals or departures in relationships, and a new magnetism towards specific tasks or places. These signs indicate a threshold crossing. They are the footprints of a timeline jump rather than evidence of catastrophe. On the role of grief, rage, and confusion in the field. Strong emotions are alchemical agents. Grief opens passageways to deeper tenderness, Rage clears obstructions that will later become compassion. Confusion dissolves false maps, making room for true orientation. None of these states are final. They are passage points through which the new codes must be threaded. A word on polarity and the unjustifiable act. When a person justifies violence in the name of belief, we are witnessing a field that has narrowed into a wound. The justification does not make the act right. It exposes an inner collapse where pain masquerades as righteousness. You do not have to understand why the collapse happened to hold steady against its effects. Your steadiness matters more than the argument. How to embody the work you were born for, conceptually. The work demands 3 qualities: clarity of attention, willingness to be small and consistent, and refusal to be drawn into reactive spectacle. The frequency you bring, calm, consistent, humble, is what reorders the spaces around you. That is how timelines heal, not by singular heroism, but by repeated fidelity. Closing transmission, the crystalline wave will continue in pulses. Each pulse asks for a single response: presence. Presence does not mean perfection. It means choosing steadiness again and again. If you are called to hold, you do not carry the entire drama. You become the place into which the drama can be moved and healed by virtue of your steadiness. Blessing for the child arriving in this window. May their first breath be a bridge. May their presence steady a line of lineage. May their life be a quiet, potent correction to discord. They come as an answer to the planet's need for balance. Final note, this is not a time for cleverness. It is a time for fidelity. Keep your attention where your heart opens and let everything else fall away. The world will ask many things of you. Give it what you were made to offer: a steady heart and an anchored life. If this landed, subscribe and leave a 1-word comment: steady. Thank you from Mysticallylily.